This is a mock interview conducted by ForumIAS Academy at New Delhi. The interview panel includes eminent academicians, retired bureaucrats, and other luminaries. The objective of the program is to acquaint the candidate with the format and expectations of the interview conducted by Uttar Pradesh Public Service Commission. Join ForumIAS Academy, trusted by hundreds of toppers, including IAS Rank 1 Shruti Sharma.
May I come in, sir?
Please come in.
Good morning, sir.
Please sit down. So, what attracts you to civil service?
Sir, I think I have the attributes of compassion, enthusiasm, and deterministic, and I think this is the service that will provide me a life of large-mindedness, where I would be able to think about people's passion, their dreams. That's why, sir, I want to join this.
Okay, Chandausi district, it was a part of another district earlier.
Yes, sir.
Which was that?
Sir, Muradabad.
Muradabad.
Yes, sir. Later it get bifurcated as the 75th district of Uttar Pradesh.
What it is known for?
Sir, Chandausi. Sir, basically it's a city in district Sambhal. And the major specialty of this city is, sir, sweet dish called as rabdi is famous here. And beside it, the major attraction of the city is a fair called as Ganesh Chaturthi Fair. So, जो कि मुंबई के बाद second number का यहाँ पे सबसे ज़्यादा famous है.
You have geography. Recently, there have been so many earthquakes.
Yes, sir.
And people are caught unawares. They don't know when it is coming. Well, about floods, at least you have some time to make preparation to evacuate people. Earthquake comes suddenly. Is there any way to forecast?
So recently, IIT Roorkee has formulated early warning system on the earthquake. This is a good measure. Beside it, we are having even the natural dogs and bats, which provide in the earlier times an indication that yes, earthquake is going to arrive.
Is it scientifically proved that dogs?
Yes, it is scientifically proved, as they are able to get those radiations like in the higher frequency. So,
is there any paper, scientific documentation done, or it is just hearsay?
Yes, sir. As per the report of IIP, it has been proven that they get some signs that yes, they are able to feel those waves. So
if this much is known, why scientists are not able to use that, catch all those messages that these animals can catch? After all, it is a phenomena, scientific phenomena, isn't it?
Yes, sir, it's a scientific phenomena, and scientists are working upon it, like early warning system by IIT Roorkee, and by getting into studying the waves.
No, scientists talk about P wave and S waves.
Yes, sir.
And they say P wave and S wave, they can't be predicted at all. There'll be a fraction of seconds or barely a minute before you can detect P wave or S wave. So actually, scientific studies are at this level, as far as I know. And there was some thinking that there's some modeling being done for making projections. So that modeling, how successful it is still not known.
Sir, yes, sir. Scientists are working, as recently a model by Sweden has been formulated, but there also they are able to give the message in only 15 minutes or 11 to 12 minutes earlier.
Okay, so,
yes,
so at least
yes, sir.
Some
scientists are working, world community is working upon it.
Okay, there was someone who has predicted that this kind of earthquake will come in Turkey. Somebody has predicted it. And he has also, and that has come already, earthquake has come. And he has also predicted that India will be the next. Have you heard of it?
Sir,
he says he predicted that India will have the next severe earthquake.
Sir, I'm not getting the question. Matlab, I don't know his name, but
No, someone predicted about Turkey. He also predicted about India.
yes, sir.
I'm saying, have you heard it?
No, sir.
No. So, okay. Suppose this information is available to you. You have heard it, and you are in a responsible position in the government, the position of advising something. What steps you would like to advise to the field staff and to the people to take?
So first of all, I would work upon the on the three steps. First, earlier steps like proper monitoring of the place, and then even from the starting, I would make the provisions of EIA in a better positioning, like FLP ratio of the houses, so that the structural component can be worked upon before the earthquake. And on the later stage, if I would come to know that yes, earthquake is about to come, then I will inform the public and I would ask them to evacuate as early as possible along with the domesticated animals, and on the later stage would taking it to the safer area, and with the community participation it can be
What is the
done.
prevention part? Any preparation for response?
Sir, earlier preparation.
Of course.
Yes, sir. So, for example, I've said like building codes can be worked upon, and beside it, to have a proper equilibrium between the economical and environmental. So, these such steps can be taken.
Have you heard of Riyasi? A place called Riyasi in India,
No, sir, sorry.
in J&K. Recently it came in.
Yes, sir.
What is that?
Sir, lithium has been found there.
So, do we have extraction technology for lithium here?
Yes, sir. In India, there are some parts like from the water bodies, they are extracted, but we are not having a more economical extraction.
Okay, let's come to UP. UP, there is a lady, Neha Rathore, who has been served a notice for singing a song. Are you aware of that?
Yes, sir.
UP mein Kawa.
Yes, sir.
What is your assessment of that? Does it deserve notice?
Sir, there needs to be a proper balance. As per our constitution, there's a freedom of speech and expression is provided, and everyone is having the right, but it should not go against the principle of integrity of any state, or which can profute the.
No, take example of this. Whether she had crossed the red line or she is still within the limits. Your judgment.
Sir, as per me, somewhere she has used her freedom of expression, but if anywhere as a public model she is propagating the feelings and fueling them, then
That
it's
is
wrong.
what poets are supposed to do.
Yes, sir.
Poets are supposed to highlight
Yes,
the
sir.
problems.
Yes, sir.
So why do you think they'll be singing only government's praise?
Sir, as it's the era of digital communication, so social medias and other
So
platforms.
you think she has crossed the red line?
Sir, after proper investigations and after.
No if and but. Yes or no? She has crossed the line or she has not crossed the line, according to you?
Sir,
Your assessment, your judgment.
Sir, as per me, I will first go through it, and then after checking the legal and ethical standards,
You have
then I
not
would
heard
come
it.
to
You
know.
have not heard the song.
Sir, I have heard the song, but before giving my any decision, I would work upon it. I will do a homework of it
So
particularly.
you will do like a real bureaucrat. Okay. Now there is something called the bulldozer culture in UP.
Sir.
Then what is your opinion on that?
Sir, bulldozer culture, I think this is a term which has been given.
Yeah, that's right. But
yes,
what
yes,
is the
sir.
opinion about
Yes,
that?
sir. Sir, land encroachment actions were earlier taken as well, but it might be possible that in particular governments, if laws and orders are done on a large scale. So if, sir, it is within the law, and if we are having a pro-people governance by giving them proper...
Which law tells that if I participate in a demonstration, my house will be examined whether I have done some deviation and house will be demolished?
Sir,
For participating in a demonstration, how my house can be demolished?
Sir, house can only be demolished if it's on a public land, or
Yeah,
if...
but it has happened only after I participated in a demonstration.
Sir, it might not be the case. Sir, there must be something proper execution
So
of
you
the...
propose, you think that bulldozer culture is fairly fine as long as it is to...
Sir, if it's
remove-
within the law, it's completely fine. But we must be having a pro-people governance. They should be given the proper notice. Sir, no sort of harassment on their minds or lives should not be done.
Okay, my last issue that I'll raise with you. Assam government is they have launched a campaign to catch child marriages,
Yes, sir.
and they are using two laws, POSCO and Child Marriage Act. Are you aware of that?
Yes, sir.
Is that the right way to reduce or address the problem of child marriage? Will that make any difference on the ground in the long run?
Sir, as per the theory of Manduk's, I have heard that, sir, a person cannot be catched for his earlier actions if they are not verified at a later stage. For example, if a person has done marriage earlier and now they are being catched by the government for their child marriage which they have done, and they are having a normal life without any incidences. So, sir, on a case-by-case basis, and after making a proper pros and cons on which they are and what the effect it has put, sir, so it should be done.
Which means most of the politicians whose marriages must have been child marriage, they should not be tried now, while Assam government would like to do that, is it?
Sir, child marriage in itself is a wrong provision.
No, that's wrong. What I'm
Yes,
saying, what you are saying is that if it has happened in the past,
Sir,
those people should not be tried again. And if you go in most of the people, including politicians, many of them must have married during childhood, and they should not be tried.
Sir, child marriage is and was always a black spot on the progression.
After 18, you can make your marriage
Yes, sir.
declare void.
Yes, sir.
So now
Yes,
they have all done 18 years,
Yes, sir.
and therefore that cannot be voided now.
Yes, sir. If there are some problems, and if any of the partner feels so, sir, it can be declared void.
Only after 18 years.
Sir, up to the limited.
So marriage is
knowledge.
void or voidable? Child marriage. Child marriage is void or voidable or a crime. Child marriage is void or voidable or a crime.
Sir, child marriage in itself is a crime, but on a later scale, if we will see it as a retrospective step, then, sir, there are provisions of voidable.
Mahima, recently there was this news that temperature of Feb is the highest in past 17 years. So that means it's a early onset of summer, and that is because of global warming. Now my point is that the similar temperature was there 17 years back. Then also we said this is a global warming. Again it's touching the same temperature. Why are we blaming everything to global warming? Shouldn't we say that it's a cyclic phenomena?
Sir, as per my view, this time, this earlier coming of the summer is due to the western disturbances which are coming late, and this is a pro-cyclic effect of the global warming and climate change itself. So, sir, it's both cyclic as well as on a long-term effect of global warming.
Since you're from UP, let me ask you something. If you take a broader look on UP and its economic development, so in what different regions would you divide UP into? Purely based on economic development.
Sir, I think, sir, division of any state only for economic development, or
No, I'm not talking about, I'm not asking you to divide UP, but I'm saying that suppose we have to categorize, let me put it this way. So, in how many different zones would you categorize UP into?
sir, if I need to make a zone of UP into the development core for economic development as per se, then I will divide it into three parts. The western part, and sir, Purvanchal, and then third, the plateau region of Bundelkhand.
Okay. Now, let's talk about Bundelkhand. What is the reason behind the lack of development of Bundelkhand?
Yes, sir. There are many reasons. First, the geographic reason, lack of irrigation facilities. So, sir, agriculture was less developed over there. Then, sir, this area is very far from the NCR or other, as per the trickle down effect, or I should say growth pull centers, in spite of trickle down. So, sir, these are more important aspects of lack of
So, say
development.
if you are posted in Bundelkhand region,
Yes, sir.
what steps would you take to improve the agricultural output in that district where you are posted?
Sir, first I want to know the ground realities, that what can be done there in a very sustainable way. For example, if I would come to know that like ODOP based on the agriculture products. So those like Kala Namak in Uttar Pradesh is a variety of rice. So these products can be taken to a large export market. And beside it, sir, I want that proper agriculture techniques with the assemblage of with the facilities of irrigation, providing them proper marketing and transportation as the policies
How
and
do you
schemes going
improve
on.
the irrigation facilities in Bundelkhand?
Sir, irrigation. Sir, UP is having a linkage with the Israel, and UP government and Israel are working upon the irrigation facilities of Bundelkhand itself already. So it's a good step for the irrigation facilities per se.
Okay, my last question to you. So recently, this Bundelkhand expressway was inaugurated,
Yes, sir.
and within couple of months, that was part of it was washed away in heavy rain. Now, if you were to take a disciplinary action, which all parties would you penalize, and why?
Sir, if it has happened that a part of expressway, as it's a major project, so first I would do a checking there and want to know the stakeholders who all are responsible there for the project. And then, sir, I will ask them what are the reasons and what are the infrastructural barriers and the technicality problems. Then, sir, after doing a proper assemblage of all these things, I would work upon it.
Okay, thank you.
Mahima, you are from Uttar Pradesh itself.
Yes, sir.
So we have been hearing about issues related to women in Uttar Pradesh. If you were to define feminism, what it would be?
Sir, feminism can range, as Uttar Pradesh is considered as a rural economic area with 77% of the population residing in Uttar. So, sir, as per my definition, even the feminization of agriculture is also a definition of feminism. Sir,
What is feminism for you? Stay specific, please.
Sir, for me, feminism is women are getting a stake and the role, and they are having shoulder to shoulder participation, and they are getting what they deserve and are working on an equal platform.
That is a very general statement to say that they should get what they deserve. So if I talk about, let's say, reservation for women, so would you support that or are you against it?
Sir, for example, as per the principle of equity, they should be given the reservation, as in today's time it is not on equal pedestal, sir, with the help of reservation, they can do much better, and all those obstacles can be removed to a large extent.
So Uttar Pradesh Public Service Commission is providing a reservation for women, right?
Yes, sir.
Should it be implemented at the central level as well?
Yes, sir, it can be implemented.
No, should it be or not?
Sir, it should be implemented.
Give me the reasons. Just other than, is there anything other than equity?
Sir, as recently said by Mrs. Lalita Paswan, that if a girl has to fight, she does not has to fight only an exam, but the society, the family, and other barriers which are in the society. So, sir, for their consideration, reservation can play a role in their life and arena where they want to work.
Okay. So, Mahima, your father is in police. So, what position is he working on?
Sir, he is sub-inspector.
Okay. So, if you were to see that what reforms have been made in police in last decade, specifically UP police, what 2-3 reforms would you categorize?
Yes, sir. There's increased digitalization in the UP police. Earlier, manual work was there on a large extent. And sir, second, the facilities of number 112, earlier grievance redressal. Sir, these are the basic and beside it, for the female help desks are there in the police stations. So these are.
And what are the remaining issues
So remaining issues as per se?
which have not been addressed yet, which should be addressed? If you were to reform police as a, let's say, Chief Secretary of Uttar Pradesh, you were to give a policy decision, what 2 big reforms you would bring about?
Sir, in Uttar Pradesh, approximately 63 or 64% constitute the constabulary position in Uttar Pradesh, even more than that. So, sir, proper policing guidelines, graded response action plan should be provided to them, and beside it, sir, proper timing of their work, because it is generally seen that not proper timing is also a major obstacle in their working. So proper.
Have you heard of the term thai?
Yes, sir, I have heard.
What is that?
Sir, it was a incident which happened that, sir, but I will call it the emotional intelligence of the police person at that time. Though there was lack of resources and it might be possible, but with so if the sir and effect was good, though means should be positioned well, but yes, sir.
Okay. So, couple of days back, there was UP budget also. So, how is it different from the last year budget? How is it special?
So this year's budget is particularly having provisions for the participation of UP as a part of Amrit Kal. And for example, this year we are having Pranam scheme. We are having Amrit Dharohar for the wetlands, and beside it Mishra scheme for the. So sir, we are going towards more green economy, working for the youth generation, as said by CM Sir Yogi Adityanath ji, that India, for the India's development, 1 trillion economic development of Uttar Pradesh would be a major step by UP.
Okay. Thank you, Mahima.
So Mahima, what is your opinion about women in active combat role? Understand my question? Active combat role in army.
Yes, sir. Sir, recently women are giving the position in active combat role. Sir, it's a good step taken because women today are having a party role. So earlier there were hiccups in the provisions that how a women commandant can be giving the orders, as generally the soldiers at a lower hierarchy are male. So sir, it will empower the women at every step possible.
Suppose somebody is working at an active combat area. Yes. What should be the temperamental makeup?
Of the women or the
Anybody. I
group?
don't make a distinction between women and men working there. A person is working in an active combat area. What should be the mental makeup of that person? What should be the qualities?
So first thought which should come in his or her mind should be why I am here, how I need to work for the nation. As generally, sir, it's a prestigious service and people look upon them. So sir, that
What have you learned about policing? Watching your father.
yes sir. Sir, my father is an embodiment of compassion, discipline. So, sir, these things which I have inculcated in myself from him.
Policing is a very interesting job. It requires a very definite skill sets.
Yes,
What are
sir.
those?
Sir, discipline nature, self-sacrifice sometimes,
Yes. Very good. Yes, correct.
putting the professional ethics first than personal. As I am being a
There was
family
an incident
member.
in Kanpur. There was some mafia, and I'm not sure if it was Kanpur or someplace else. And eventually, he was killed somewhere. But before that, he killed a police officer making an ambush-like situation. A trained senior police officer. Are you aware about that incident? It was in Kanpur only.
Yes, sir.
How have things come to that pass? The trained police officer getting ambushed by a person, who is not trained, and in these sort of things, then he can ambush a police person, a police party. How have things come to this pass? What is lacking?
Yes, sir. There are some structural and functional lacunas as well, which need to be redressed. For example, bi-yearly or in refreshment of the training, they should be given the proper equipments so that they can safeguard. So, sir, proper budgeting and proper training are the major issues which police is facing.
Recently, I was listening to a speech of a high constitutional dignitary, and she said that criminals should tremble at the very thought of the police. But I thought, shall it be the fear of police or it should be the fear of law?
Sir, it should be the fear of law. As a person, like as said by Kautilya, that a person should not hate the person as say, but the acts done by him. So, sir, a person should not fear from those like policemen or other, but they should be of the threatful of the law.
Okay. And also, a recent change has been, we are all witnessing. Recently, the name of a very prestigious garden in Rashtrapati Bhavan was changed. Are you aware about that?
Yes, sir.
What is the need for changing name? Especially in that case, it shows our architectural style. How do you see it?
Sir, as the name has changed, so sir, as per me, this name changing is not only for this garden, but other places as well. Like recently, Prayagraj name has been changed. So, sir, but if we see ki, the after effects of it, for example, it has been observed that there is increase in the tourism after changing the name, and yes, sir, it has been surveyed and detected as well. So, sir, like the Amrit Kal we are going to approach. So, sir, if it might be helpful on a long range as well.
My last question to you, Mahima. How would you justify moonlighting?
Sir, I'm not able to recall. I have.
No problem. No, that's all. Thank you very much, Mahima. I'll pass on to the Honorable Chair now.
Okay, Mahima, your interview is over.